roller action. Lie down, let your feet on top of your foam roller if you have it, if you want it. If not, just do this on the floor or whatever prop. Curl up and then down. And good job. Go up and then down. Now, as you go up, you're going to try to feel each vertebra at a time. Go all the way up and then all the way down. Curl. And then reach the toes down so you have this sense of four corners. Nice. There you go, Catherine. Maybe just tilt it a little bit down. Karen, are you able to hear me okay? Stay up and hold. Now this is bridge. We're just going to do a little pulse here for 10, 2, 3, good, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now lower down and then put your heels on the foam roller or your calf area, excuse me. Lift up your hips and lower and exhale 2. So we're adding a little different bridge here. The knees are fairly long. 4, you should feel it right where the hamstring meets the glute as well. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now stay up and hold. Okay, 10, and keep breathing. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower. Now pull your knees up and they're on an imaginary table, and you can start with piston legs. So this could be what you do, or you can put your hands behind your head and add a rotation. Exhale. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now add on, pull your toes back, and 10, 2, good, 3, 4, 5, hello, 6, 7, come on in, 8, 9, and then recover the heads down. Hold on to the legs for just a moment. Take up the right leg and let the left leg be a little lower, and this is like you're a pair of scissors. So I'm going to show the head down variation, and I'm going to now show, good Catherine, I'm going to add that on. Your hands could be behind your head, or you could use your hands on your leg. And we're going to do 10 more of those. So if you care to pull your toes back, you can add that on. 8, 7, good, 6, 5, you're looking good. 4, good, 3, 2, recover for just a moment, hug. Let's put those moves together. Hands go behind your head, and you could either just do the legs, let me show that, like a pair of scissors, or add a rotation to the legs, 3, to the torso, excuse me, 4, 5, 6, good, long knees, 7, 8, 9, now pull the toes back, last 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then take a breather. Now, right ankle to left thigh, reach your hands through the window, and let's do a little hip opener. If you care to add on, you can roll the ankles, maybe 3 to 5 circles each way, and the other way, and then a point and a flex. I like to relax the neck here too. Spread the toes, spread the toes, spread the toes. Inhale. If you want to add on, do a little ab crunch here. It makes the hip a little feel like there's more stretch. Relax, switch it up, ankle to thigh. Reach your hand through the window. Now if you want to, you can add on a little ankle roll. Who's that? Is that Miss Amy? And then point and flex. And we're just hitting that hip a little bit. Good, you might rock your hips. Now, if you'd like to add on, do a little ab crunch and that hip stretch feels a little bit more tight, a little more challenging. Now pull the legs in. We're going to do one more ab supine here, and I'll show you the modified. So the arms and the legs go long. This is called double leg stretch, and then you hug your legs. Your arms and your legs go long. Now, if you care to add on, lift up your shoulder blades and then stretch out the arms, hug, stretch out the arms, hug, stretch, hug. Now 5, last 4. You can also do this with the hands behind the head. 3, if you would like a modification for the neck. 2, and 1. Now hug, and I'm going to have us hands behind the legs. You can come up. Really good. Now grab a sip if you'd like. I'm going to change up the block that we're doing, which is going to be some swans. But before, cheers. Grab a sip, and then we're going to take a belly down position with or without your foam roller, you choose. So belly down, and then elbows pretty long on this. Now inhale and go up with your breathing, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6. Now you can do this at your own pace, so if you need to go slower or stay up higher or do this with your arms, that's okay. Now hold it up, and this is a good place. You're in swan. Shoulder blades are down the back, belly's lifted, breathing into your upper back, your rib cage expands. Lower, and then come up again. Inhale, lift. 10. And then lower. Now I'm going to count to 15, so it's just a little bit longer hold this time as we build endurance, and come up and hold. Full breath through your nose, out your nose. Now try to hold 5 more. Oh, looks good. Everybody looks good. Inhale. Lower back down, and now no roller for a moment. Hands beside your hip bones. Lift up your torso. Lift up your legs. If you would like to add on, flutter your legs as if you're swimming laps, kicking the water, kicking from where the hamstring meets the glutes. And if you would still like to add on, take your arms, let me move my roller, and do a breaststroke where you circle your arms and catch the water, and you inhale, lift up, kick your legs like flutter again. See if you can keep that. 4 more, 3 more. This is getting the upper back strong. 2. And then recover for just a moment. Now I'm going to show you a bending of the knees windshield wiper cover. Then you don't have to go into a child's pose, but if you prefer, go for it. Now this is swimming, so let your arms be a little bit wider than your shoulders. So right arm, left leg, lift, left arm, right leg. Right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg. Opposite limb. Now your head's off the ground the whole time. If you want to make it harder, all the limbs are off the ground. And you continue to add the right, left, right, left. Breathe in. And then this time we will take a child pose. You can pull your toes under to curl them. You push back your head rest. And then bring it back. And I also want to, grab a sip. Want to congratulate you if you made it through last Thursday's class. It was a little bit harder, a little bit more core. You did good. Now the plank block, this next block is plank, can be done with or without a foam roller. So if you're doing the foam roller addition, put your shins on there, somewhere kind of near the knees, never on the knees. I like to toe in so it rolls out the shin muscles at the same time and not the bone. So I want you to inhale here, and when you're ready, bend your knees, kind of like an inchworm. You may find, okay, I need to adjust the roller, so I've got more room. Okay, bend the knees. You're rolling out your muscle, not the bone, and then you go to plank. Bend your knees. You're rolling out the muscle. You're toeing towards each other. Bend the knees. And bend. And 4 more. 3 more. And you notice the speed's a little different. Slowing it down has its own challenge. 1 more. Bend the knees, plank, and then to recover, you could just bend the knees and let your self be in a child's pose with the shins having the roller underneath them. We're going to do an oblique inchworm, which will roll out the shins as well. So it's kind of like two things at once. So plank first. You're going to bend the knees to the left a little bit and then go back to your normal plank. Bend the knees to your right, come back to a normal plank. Good. Bend your knees to the left, bend your knees to the right. Can you feel how you're also rolling out those peroneals, it's called, or fibularis, on that side of your shin? Breathe in, probably also that shin muscle, the tibialis anterior. Try 4 more. 4. Breathe in. 3. Good, make sure your head's not dropping. What I see looks good. 2. And then you could leave it in and just rest for a minute. We're gonna add a bend the elbows, kind of like you're patting yourself on the back in child's pose for tricep. Stretch. Now we're going to go back to the forearm position, and this is going to be a pike. So imagine your hips lift like you're an upside down V. It's also sometimes called dolphin because we're on our forearms. Toe in, lift the hips, and then you come back down. Your knees are fairly long here. Lift the hips, your gaze changes towards the roller, and then your gaze changes towards your hands when you're in plank. Toes are in, keep going. You're rolling out your shin. And you're strengthening your upper body and your core. Keep the breathing in through your nose, out through your nose, in, lift, and lift. And again, let's do 2 more. Now you could either rest belly on the floor, or you can bend your knees and do a child pose here. So you choose what's going to feel good for your body. The next is going to be an oblique dolphin, and then we'll change out of this plank. So hang in there for 10 of these moves. You're going to feel like you're rolling out your shins. Forearms down, legs in a plank. Now lift your hips, but direct them towards the left a bit. Now go to a plank, lift your hips and shift them to the right a bit. And lift. And 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now recover, and then let's grab a sip. That was a terrific block of planks, of front planks. Take that out. Cheers. And this is going to be a block of some side planks. So pick an arm, any arm. I'm going to start with left just because I'm facing you. Now stagger or stack. You can do this on the floor, or you can do this on a foam roller. So take an inhale and just hold 10. So really just get yourself oriented to your cues. Your belly's pulling in, your hands are stretching out. Breathing in your nose. Everything feels solid. You're calm and confident. Inhale. Even your dismount is good. Your hip lowers. Now I'm changing to face you. I'm changing the side. You can just flip over if you want. Good call. Elbow here, coming up, shoulder blade down the back. Get yourself in a static position where you review your cues, your shoulder blades down, you're breathing, your head's back against the same imaginary wall, your back is on, your hips lifted, it's not sagging. Breathe in, and then exhale, lower. Good job. Now we're going to add in a couple of variations with the side planks. The top hand's going to be like, I'll just say a triangle. Your elbow's like a triangle. Stacked or staggered, inhale. You're going to rotate. 1, 2, 3, inhale. 4, act like your elbow's touching the wall behind you. 5, 6, 7. Now we're going to add on, if you can, 8, so hang in there at 10. 9. Now at 10, stay with me. If you can, lift your hip, 10 little pulses. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hang in there. 7, you're doing great. 8, 9. Now lower your hip with care. Good. I like how you put your arm down, Catherine. That's a good cue, actually. Forearm here, or excuse me, foam roller here, forearm here. Side plank, either staggered or stacked. Stacked is harder. Hand here like a little triangle you're making. Get ready, exhale. Ponytail to the back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now we're adding on, you know, this little pulse here. Get ready, hip pulse. 10, 2, 3, 4, head back. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Lower the hip with care, with care, with care. Really good. And then grab a sip for just a moment. And any way your legs want to be, inhale and exhale. So you could think about 8 to 12 ounces during the class, especially with the warmer temperatures. Upper back's your focus here. Go a little bit more if you can. And then inhale, open up your arms. Exhale, catch something. I like to catch my leg and the floor. And 5, and 4, and 3, and 2. Now take an inhale, come forward. We'll do one more stretch here, and then we'll add a different movement sequence. Any way you want your legs is fine. Our main objective is that we're getting some lateral flexion. You're breathing into that top rib cage. I'm encouraging a breath through the nose if you can, and a breath out through the nose. Take that inhale, and then up, and this is a stretch to the other side. Your forearm can be down, and then add a little rotation if you'd like. And reach that other knee down. It'll help counterweight your body so that you can really give your reach better effort without feeling like you're going to topple. Take an inhale. That looks good. And then exhale. Perfect. Grab a sip and we'll add a different block of exercises to the legs. Now just a bit to the legs. So your forearms are on, this is the option, your forearms on the mat, your legs are long. Now if this is too much, just lie down on your arm, but your first move will be circles. So you're going to point and then draw a circle. So we're just going to take 10 each way. Up, good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now flex the other way. So we're also trying to work those muscles that are around the ankle, and they help the back. 4, 5, and this is complementing things you would do around exercise like walking, hiking, biking. All right, now this leg can be a restful leg. This is going to come down now. This leg's going to come forward. Lift up and just draw. Your legs are pointing. Circles. Lift up. Long knee. This is helpful for the knee too. Now flex your bottom foot and really flex it. Even the pinky toe comes back, and lift and circle. Just want to touch those legs. Now this one is both legs. Let me move my mic transmitter. You're going to lift up both legs. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, belly in, 8, 9. Now stay up and do 10, 2, 3. Good. Bottom leg is staying up. 4, 5, but the top leg's working. 7, 8. Now do the bottom leg, and then Catherine, if you did the bottom leg first, just do the top leg now. No big deal. So just kind of even it up. Lift the top. Yeah. But keep the bottom leg off the ground if you can. Nice, guys. Now we're going to go to the other side and do that whole series. In your mind's eye, see if you can remember what the series order was so that the neuroplastic gains are part of the workout. So you're up on your forearm, and you probably remember, you point your toes. You go into a circle. Now it would be really easy to kind of do this back and forth with the torso, but you're stable here. You're not like a rock, but you're stable. You're not tense, in other words. Now toes pull back, lift up through your waist. Try to go higher than your mind tells you you can go at first. That'll be good for your knee, Catherine. You'll feel that. Now this body comes down. This is now a pillow, this bottom arm. Take the top leg out of the way and actually let it try to relax. Bottom toes, circle. Pull the toes back and flex. Now we're going to put both legs on top, stacked. That's how to say 10 of these lifts, double leg, belly in. Feel that right here. Okay, now leave the legs up, top leg up and down. Feel your waist help you. Keep the top leg up. Now the bottom leg lifts to 10 times. We're still doing our leg block right now, so belly down, arms like a pillow. Lengthen one leg up and lower. Lengthen one leg up and lower. Breathe in and out, neck is soft. One leg all by itself and then the other, knee long. We have 10 more, 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now both legs are going to lift and they're going to flutter all by themselves, not your upper body. 10 more. Now you're going to tap your feet together. Horizontal adduction. Try 10 more. Now we're going to bend both knees and take a little rock right and left. And then while the knees are bent, reach your right hand towards your right foot or ankle. Reach your left hand towards your left foot or ankle, and then push up. 10. This is a bow pose. You can do one at a time, or you could do both. And then lower and either do the other foot or do both. Here we go. Neck is not tense, neck is easy. Push, push, push. And then lower your feet, and we're going to take the hands interlaced at the low back. If that's not comfortable, leave the hands beside your hips and let's go up the whole body. Just breathe. Recover. We're going to do it again. Come up, breathe. Good. Everybody looks so good. Keep there. We're going to hold a little longer. Hold 5 more. And then push yourself back. Now I'm going to do a toe under again, just because the feet need a little stretch. And pushing the hands into the floor as well. I'm pushing the hands into the floor to get more stretch if you need it. 5. And then gently come back up. Grab a sip if you'd like. Really good job. I'm not going to use the foam roller on this next series because I'm going to be offering a tree pose on the side planks. So if you want to do it on the foam roller, you are welcome. I'm just going to show it without. There's only 1 foot helping, so it's a nice pose to do just on the floor, okay? So you choose that. This is your class. Now, if you care to add on, you could do a normal plank or you could add on a side plank with a tree. Stretch out that arm. Actually, let me go a little higher and hold 10. So you can do either way. I'm just showing, but notice you're not letting your hip drop. Breathe in. Now we're going to lower that hip with care, and then we're going to do the other side. So a little bit of side planks, but I'm not offering the roller. You're welcome to do it if you want. I'm going to start with that leg up high. Get ready. Push. The bottom hip is pushing. That's why your hips don't droop. So it's a little bit harder with one foot off the ground. You've got it. Keep going. Breathing. Take an inhale. And then an exhale to lower. Now we're going to the side plank again. Listen to your body. The possibility is going to be an abduction with the top thigh. Again, I'm not going to do it with the roller. These are, to me, hard enough. So come up. Now, if you care, you can lift 5, 4, and again, you don't have to. 3, really push with the bottom leg. 2, or like you did, Catherine, let your fingers tilt. That was a good modification you did naturally. Go to the other side. That's it, forearm down. Set up first, so your shoulder blade's really solid. And then if you care to add on, abduct 5, 4, really push. 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Now lower. We're going to go to the other side. Now, you can use your roller or not. I'm going to have us do 5 circles each way with the top arm. It's mobility. So when you're up, go into a circle. 5, stretch it out, stretch behind. 2, 3, 4. The body's really not changing, but the arm is moving. So everything else is stable. 2, stable. 3. Now here we go, down. Good, so this is the last of our block on this side plank. Legs long, set up your stable first. And once you feel real good, then you add a mobility. So stability before mobility. And then the other way, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're going to lower that hip. Great job. Grab a set. We're going to be doing a little reverse planking here for our next block. And I'm going to show you with this because for me, it really helps keeping my knees from locking out backwards, hyperextending. So let me show you a couple things you could do. One is a reverse table, and the other ankle, ankle, lift. Okay, here we go. 10, 2, good. 3, 4, breathe. 5, good. 6, 7, 8, 9. Now lower your hips for just a moment. Take your hands into an interlaced finger position. Circle them. Let's say 3 to 5 each way. Sit up tall. And then I'm just going to shake it out. So this is not formal, but just shake it out for a minute. We're going to do another either reverse table or reverse plank, and I'll add a possible add-on. Please listen to your body, do what you need. So either bent knees or long. If you care to add on, you can do what's called a leg pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then lower. Now I'm going to do another stretch for us. So this one's arm forward. Take this hand, pull your fingers down, drop both shoulders. Sometimes this one's easy to accidentally hike your shoulders, but we're going to keep the blades down, the elbow long. Good. Go to the other arm. So it's fingers up, drop your shoulder, pull your fingers under. Breathe in, your posture's still good. And let's just do the other side while we're here. Forearm extended, pull, elbow extended, pull your fingers down, shoulders down. You're tall, we're gonna take care of those wrists. If you garden, this is a great one anyway, so fingers pulled down. Yep, any kind of gripping sport or hobby or chore. Inhale. And then we're gonna go to this again, one more, either reverse plank, reverse table, or leg pull. You choose. Last 10, so lift up, and you could do 10, 9, 8, or you're just counting. Good, I like that, Michelle. The reverse table with the kick was an option I should have verbalized. 4, and you caught it. 3, 2, 1. Now, have a seat, face me again. This is one more hand stretch. This is out of an arthritis handbook, so One finger, the first finger, goes out really straight. Really, if you don't know, look at, like if you're not sure, you want to increase that proprioception. So look at it, it's straight. Now the second one is straight. Now the third one, all these three fingers are straight. Now the fourth finger's straight. Now the fifth is straight. You have 5 straight fingers. Now pull the thumb in only, but don't let the other ones curl. For the first finger comes in and you can catch it with your thumb, but look how the other ones try to come along. Keep them straight and flat. Now let the middle finger come in. Now try to straighten your other ones. See how they want to curl, but you don't want them to. Now the fourth finger, curl it in. Keep your pinky out. And then the pinky comes in. And then shake it out again. Great job. Grab a sip. Good job on that. Grab a sip. And I'm going to get rid of this for just a moment. And take it to your shins. Now, when you're up on your shins, if your knees have any discomfort at all, roll your roll your mat up so you have more padding. Now, we're going to do 10 and 10. You can take your lateral flexion first, and one way to do this is fingertips by your ears or your temples. If you feel really upper trap oriented today, you could do this. If you feel like you want more weight, you could do this, meaning more advanced. So you can make it what you want. Reach through that leg, 8, 9. And this hip's gonna try to fold. You're gonna try to stay up back against the wall. So you're in a toaster slot. Now, rotation. You could imagine you have a little beach ball in your hand where it's a soft hold. Dip. The lower you dip, the harder it is. Dip. Two little stretches coming your way. And I like to put this top foot back, and it's a deeper stretch in this hip. 10. Lift up. 5. Now this arm's going to help lead the way. Foot back, up and over. You can add on your rotation. 10. All this feels like a shoulder stretch. The breathing goes here. The inhale goes to that side. And then up. Neutral, so 50-50. Now one leg's out. Right here, it'll be tempted to be folded, but you're going to stay upright. Okay, so it's like your back's against the wall, the same wall that your legs are against. 2, 3, 4, and here we go with different arms if you want. 5, maybe here. 6, good. Everybody looks like they're taking the higher. 7, here. 8, good. Nobody's folded. 9, so keep that hip open. Now again, rotation, so 10 reps. So you dip the same, but then you turn. Keep that top leg, this knee, long. You're not going to let it fall towards the floor. 3, 4, 5, 6, good, and 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we've got 2 stretches coming this way. Knuckle, I like to knuckle. You can certainly use the flat of your hand if you want. It's not that my wrist hurt, but I just like to support them anyway. So if you are the same, you can fold it or you can put your hand on a block. Lift up. Now the leg that's stretched out, I'm going to kind of move it in line with my body, and the top arm helps. Up and over. Here we go, like you're going over a fence. Act like I'm pulling you. You can even pull yourself if you want. You can add your rotations. Nice, Karen, that's good. See how it lengthens that elbow. Breathe in. And then exhale. Now, grab a sip if you want. This next block is a spinal articulation. Now notice we warmed that up on the bridge a little bit, but now this is in a different plane. Spinal articulation is one of the tricks to keep youthful function, I call it, or just to keep your body doing what it's meant to do. Now, please make sure your knees are happy. I'm going to show you a couple things you can do. One is hands on the floor, knees on the floor, and then look at how you can really concentrate on spinal articulation. If your hands don't like that, tuck the knuckles and then kind of sturdy out your wrist, steady your wrist. This is just good anytime. And this is something I would say you could do every day. So this one is great. If you care to make a little different articulation, it's going to be down dog. Lift the heels, your lower back comes in, your middle back, your upper back, and then you're really strong on your arms as you do an extension, and you tuck. You could also mix this up. You could do some cat-cows. You could do some down dog, up dog articulations. So this is not just up dog, down dog. This is about the articulation along the way. So take your time. For me, when I'm concentrating, I have to go a little slower. I have to think about low back, middle back, upper back, standing on the hands, opening the shoulders, breathe in, tuck, upper back, middle back, lower back, heels drop, and again, inhale, one more, tuck. All right, now lower, and then just take a moment. We're going to do a little shin down stretch. So this next block will be about the feet and the lower body. So one foot's on the floor and you're going to lean forward. My belly's actually touching, my sternum's actually touching my leg. You may look a little different than me. You might be more forward, you might be more back, but I'm going to keep going forward till I feel a stretch here. Soleus, and your hands help you. If you were to let go, you might do a somersault. It's that kind of forward weight. All right, hold. Now, if you want, shift a little right and left. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now let that shin come down. I'm just turning so you can see me. You don't have to. Left foot beside your leg, your knee, your shin. Lean forward. Oh, can you feel if one's tighter? Good, Catherine, that looks good. Good, Karen, I can see you. If you've been walking Poor Mountain, Michelle, this one will feel good. That's a steep hike. And shift left, right. Yep, good, Betty. 5, 4, 3, and just make a note. Are you feeling one more than the other? If so, you can spend another couple moments there. All right, now the feet. So hands on and curl your toes under. You and I have done this stretch a lot today. Now you can do that, or if you can, keep your heels straight up and come to seated. Don't do it if it hurts. Do you feel more foot stretch? Heels are straight up, they're not winging out. If you want more, your hands can come behind you and you can even lift up. So my feet are getting a big stretch. Yeah, where do you need to be? Good. Wow, Karen, look at that. 5. Look at Betty. 4. Good, breathe. That's a good one. 3. Did we hit on a good spot, Michelle? 2, one that needs it. And then what? Yeah, and then Karen, you probably feel your quads too. Really cool. Like I didn't even cue that, but you were accurate. Now when your hands are here, lift up your feet and draw a humongous circle with the ankles and see if they feel a little better. And then circle. Yeah, and then point and flex. Yep. And spread them. All right, have a seat. And okay, lift and spread your toes. And I want you to think about them having space. So we're right here. If your big toe doesn't move, move it over. Pinky toe, move it over. And just see if each toe can lift and spread. You got it. All right. Now lower your big toe and lower your pinky toe and lift up your 3 toes in the middle. So lower your big toe, lower your pinky toe, and try to lift up the 3 toes in the middle. You feel your arch working even if that thing's not happening. Relax, lift up all your toes, lower your pinky toe, lower your big toe, and try to lift up the 3 toes in the middle. You feel your arch working? We're going to do that one more time. Lift up all your toes, Put your big toe down, put your pinky toe down, and lift up your 3 middle toes. Now we're going to balance on your booty. Can you, if you can, hook your elbow. It doesn't, you can catch hands. Now lift up your toes and squeeze them. Now squeeze them like you're picking up a pencil with your toes. Now open them just as big as you can. Squeeze them, squeeze them, squeeze them. Your arches should be working. Spread them, spread them, spread them. How big can you spread them? Help them out if you need to. And then squeeze them, squeeze them, squeeze them. You're breathing. And then spread them, spread them, spread them. Just 2 more toe crunches. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Open, open, open. Spread them. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. One more time. Open, open, open. Now, if you have it in you, just grab a toe. Grab a toe, and now try to balance this way. If you can, lengthen a leg. Lengthen a leg. And open. And whoop, hold. 10, 9, 8, 7. Good. 6, 5, 4. Yep. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. And if you grab a sip and then grab your roller. Good job on that feet block. Grab a foam roller. I'm going to move my drink because we're going to roll a little bit. Take your roller. Karen, tell me if this feels good for you, because we're going to get some quad area hip flexor. So I'm in a plank, forearms down. I'm shifting forward and back like we've done with our ab exercises. Now toe out like your Charlie Chaplin. Roll towards the knees. Those quad muscles are getting stretched. Roll towards your hip. Now, if you want to change it up, you can bend and straighten your knees. That's going to make it more weight on your quads. All right, try a few more. And then what you can do is keep your knees long and toe in. Your toes are now pointing towards each other. Go back and forth. Toe in, and if you want, you can do that bending of the knees and straightening. You'll know, just follow your gut. Breathing. Now, either way, long or bent, you're going to deviate and you're going to be more on your left thigh, more on your left quad, more on your left side. Yep. Now you're going to be more on your right side. Now you're going to be more on your IT. So it's kind of like forearm side plank. Get more on that IT. We talked about throwing in some different forms of wellness in our Pilates classes, since we have 2 of those a week. So here we are, rolling out some things that do tend to get tight and can create what feels like joint pain. And then you realize, oh, if I roll out the muscles, the myofascial release helps release that pain in my joint. So deviate forward. Ooh, that's TFL. Deviate back, that's hamstring. There's no wrong answer. You're going to just really listen to your body. What do you need? What do you feel? That front pocket's a big one. TFL 10. All right, we're going to do the other side, and it's going to be forearm down. It's like a side plank, isn't it? Side IT. Up, and you know, you're very much practicing your plank cues. Your shoulder blades down the back, you're breathing. You're having a little belly pull in. You might deviate down, and then maybe you'll deviate up to see, where am I tight? Roll towards the knee, but not on it. Roll towards that greater trochanter, that hip. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then let that go for just a minute. Can you roll out your upper back? The foam rollers on the upper back. Lift up your hips. So I've got a little space between my hips and the floor. The hands are really nice here at the head. Now you can do flexion. Yep. You could do extension. Good. So your neck looks really safe to me. Everybody looks great in the neck. And yeah, Catherine, that looks great. You're deviating right if you want to, kind of like where all those muscles attach on the scapula, rhomboids, and the back of the scapula. You could deviate left a little. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and you can leave it there for a moment. So you know how we do those extensions? Your hands could be there, or you could use a foam block, a yoga block, and let the upper back that feels the tightest, the roundest, feel like it's getting an extension, and let those muscles relax with your conscious effort. With your inhale through your nose, inhale, and then turn a little bit, and this is the lat. Now this is a muscle that will create low back pain if it's tight. This is a muscle that'll take your shoulders and kind of turn them in. Karen, I think you're going to feel this one on that shoulder. And then just if you roll back, so it's kind of like the back side of your armpit, see if you feel something. Go to your scapula if you don't. Most of us, this is where the muscle wraps, so. And breathe, 10, 9, 8, 5, good, 2. All right, guys, you can push up and take it to your other side. You're gonna take the armpit, the back of the armpits where the lat twist. Now I've got my hand in a cradling sort of soft circle so that my head can rest on it. You can use your elbow if you want, your bicep, but just your neck shouldn't be getting a workout here or straining. All right, roll out that scapula border, roll out that rear lat, that twist there, maybe even the deltoid. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Really good. Can you roll out your glute piriformis area? So you can do this a couple of ways. So you could do it this way, which is vertical. And then I'll just cue what I'm doing. Left ankle is on your right thigh. And then from your greater trochanter, the bone on the side, the big round bone on your side, you go towards your sacrum. All right. Now you could get more greater trochanter if that's what you need. You could kind of sit up and get more sit bone area if that's what you need. There's no wrong way. Pretty safe around here. These are muscles that tend to be tight. And just take about 5 more. And 4, 3. All right, why don't we try the other side? So ankle to thigh on the right. So if you're in a stretch on your right, it's the right hip that you're myofascially releasing. I'm gonna roll the knuckles under just to have a little bit easier time on my wrist. If you can do that and reach, great. Breathe, go to your greater trochanter. Now, one thing you're doing while you're here, this is a good thing to try in life too, is relax the muscles. Sometimes the booty muscles tighten up in life when we're not using them, like they'll contract in response to a perceived stress. So just notice if that's what you're doing, and that's okay, but just use this time to relax it. Can you relax it? 10, 5, All right, now we're going to use this roller for a stretching tool. If you put it long ways and you put your head on one end, your sacrum on the other, and your arms could be like a Y or T. Now, if you care to do a bound angle here, your feet soles will be gently towards each other and the knees will open in 10. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now you can slide to the side and we're going to do one psoas release. So the foam roller is now underneath your glute area. And if it's modified for you, your knees are bent. Another way to increase that moderate is to put one leg out at a time. If you could do both legs out at a time though, you'll get that front hip flexor. And now this is another area that tends to be tight. If it is, you'll feel like when you stand, you have a hinge in your hips, or you'll feel like your low back is lordotic. So this is a great little psoas stretch. It's underneath the crease of the inguinal crease, and relax. Consciously relax the muscles. Inhale, and then let that go. And then just take a moment to either Shavasana or legs on the wall, whatever you want to do. I'm going to add one more little cue here, which is just to shake the whole body, like you're getting rid of any tension that might be left. Like you shake out your hands, you can kind of wiggle your arms, your legs, and you just sort of plop, exhale into the floor, relax like a dog on the living room floor after a big run, and let your mind go by focusing on the breath. Breathe in. Wellness. Breathe in. Peace. Breathe in relaxation. So as you do that, scan your body and relax any muscles that might have been holding on. Now take in a full breath through your inhale, feel your heart expand, and as you exhale, slowly take your time to come up to a seated position. And when you're here, just take a moment to rest into your bones so you don't have to work that hard. And we'll take an energy of peace in through the nose, wellness, and relaxation. So today I intend to stay closely connected to this high sense of peace and wellness. I know that I'll notice as soon as I start to deviate a little bit, and I can focus my mind on things that are good for me with so much appreciation. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. I hope to see you tomorrow and this week.